Hi, welcome back to Not Your Average DIY. I'm Stephanie, and today we're going to be doing a giant spooky skeleton spider. Now I know y'all are like, hey, spiders already have their skeleton on the outside, so wouldn't it be a regular spider? Well, no, it's Halloween. I found this guy at the dollar store. I absolutely love it. It looks like a skeleton, so I thought, hey, let's make a spider that looks like that, but giant. Before we get started with that though, I always do a quick, faster way to do it. It's more simpler. That's for all my lazy people out there. Hey. Or maybe you're on a short budget. Usually it's for people like young viewers and stuff that can't use tools. But this one you're going to have to use some tools. So I'm sorry about that. Or maybe it's going to be Halloween tomorrow. You have a Halloween party you're going to have soon. And you don't have much time. It's pretty simple, very easy. You need to get a giant 10-foot PVC pipe that's half an inch width or bulk or whatever you want to call it. And then you need to cut that down into 1 feet each. Then you're just going to make a base because you're going to buy some elbows, put it together. You're going to make a little square. You're going to drill your legs into it. You can do paper machete body, or you can buy a giant foam ball because it's going to be smaller. So you can probably find one at like Joann's or Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something. Then you're just going to paint on some eyes. You're going to spray paint it all, waterproof it, and you're done. Quick little simple skeleton spider. Now we're going to get started with our actual one. So I'm going to show you all the tools and items you're going to need for this. Alrighty guys, so here's everything we are going to be using for the project, from the tools to the actual items that are going to be used for our giant spider. To start off with, you're going to need all-purpose flour because we're going to make a paper mache body with our paper. You can use glue or Mod Podge. I've seen people do that, but I like to use the all-purpose flour in the water. Then you're going to need your punch balloons. You can get these from the dollar store. You're going to need 2 of them, one for the butt and one for the middle. Then you're going to need a small balloon. You can also get these from the dollar store, but that is for the head. I got that one from work, so okay. Then you're going to need a ping pong balls, about 6 of them. Well, you can do 3 of them because you're going to cut them in half and make eyeballs, or you can use more. Then you're going to need a light. These are from the dollar store. You can also use tea lights, but those are just going to make the eyes kind of glow. Be kind of cool, you know, a little cool effect. Then you're going to need a PVC pipe holder, a elbow, and you're going to need about, if you're going to do 3 legs like I am, you're going to need 6 of these. And then you are going to need 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 of these elbows. Then you're going to need some PVC or duck pipe cover foam. You can get the one that's already cut in half with the tape inside it. This one I just cut down so I can show you guys a little better, but you can get those from Home Depot longer. Then you're going to need your PVC pipe. This one's half an inch, and this came in 10 feet, which all I did was just cut them down to 2 feet pieces, and I got 3 of those 10 feet. You also need 4 of these guys. Then you're going to need a marker, some electric tape, just kind of help you out, a measuring tape, PVC pipe glue. Now you're going to need something to waterproof the whole thing. I got this. I used one before and it's amazing. It works really great. This I got from the dollar store. Now I was told by somebody at the dollar store that sometimes you can find these really nice products because the website or the brand just couldn't sell enough and they were going to expire, or they're going to make a new product or whatever, and so they actually give it to the dollar store. So I don't know if this is a dollar store regular. I don't think so. I just think that this, you know, was just too much product. But I got 2 of these and they work amazing. You can always find stuff at Home Depot or Joann's and all that. You're going to need some white spray paint, some scissors. You're going to need something to cut the PVC pipe. I just use my little electric saw here. You can use PVC pipe cutters if you have it. And then you're going to need to use your heat gun. So that's pretty much all it. Okay, now that we got all our tools and items, it's time to make the paper mache body. So what you're going to want to do is get your scissors, cut some strips out. If you don't have strips of paper ready, I just use a whole bunch of newspaper lying around. And we've got to blow up our balloons, and we'll start. Okay guys, now we got our balloons blown up. And as you can see, there is going to be the shape of the spider. Ooh, it's going to be big. So what we're going to do is we're going to start paper macheing. You're going to want to do at least 2 layers of paper mache. Then we'll connect them and do another 2 layers. And then we'll add some bumps to make them look like some ribs and where the eyeballs are going to go. So I just got some bowls so I can place the balloons in there. For your paper mache paste, like I said, I'm doing water and flour, and it's going to be 1-to-1 ratio. So that means if you're going to do like 1 cup of water, you're going to do 1 cup of flour. You kind of want it to be almost like I want to say pancake kind of texture, maybe just a little bit watery, because the water is going to evaporate and what's going to be holding this together is the flour. So I have 2 cups of water in there, and I'm just adding about 2 cups of flour. And once you get in there, you're going to want to mix it really good so there's no lumps. Because the lumps, they're going to be dry in the middle and wet on the outside. It's going to mess, it's going to mess up your paste. So make sure you mix it good. Take off your rings if you care about them. And once you get that down, you're going to take your paper. It's going to get messy. Get it in there. So once you get in there, you can just kind of get the excess off of it. And start putting paper mache on your stuff. Pretty simple. I'm going to pause the video while I do this because I don't think you guys want to watch me do this for the whole entire thing. So I will be back when they're all done. Okay guys, now that you got a couple of layers of paper on your balloons, we're going to add some ribs to the back one. I just think it'll be a little bit more spookier, more skeleton-y. It's pretty simple. You just get some paper, wad it up, get it nice and gooey, put it where you want your rib, and you're going to get some of the paste, cover it up, take a slit of paper and just put it on. Just make sure you really get it saturated, because if you don't, it will peel off and it won't stick. But as you can see, and this is just kind of making it look a little better. I'm only going to do 5 ribs on each side. So that's just what I want. So now that that's done, you're going to put that away. But as you can see, all my ribs on here. So now we're going to do the face of the spider. It's pretty easy. You're going to get your smallest paper machete, and you're going to take some paper, you're going to wad it up, make sure it's nice and saturated. Just going to kind of make a little bit of bumps for the eyes. Just make it as big as you want it. I just want a few small bumps. Just like that. I'm going to have 6 eyes. Then I'm going to have a few bumps. 4 bumps, and the 2 ones are going to be on the bottom. Once you have your bumps where you want them, we're going to just cover them with strips, which spelled on the board. Make sure it's nice and saturated around them. Add your paper. Kind of mold it to a little bit of bumps. These are like the eyebrows. Kind of like eye sockets, whatever you want to call them. Sure they're big enough for your ping pong balls. And this is what it's going to kind of look like. They're just little bumps. They're just going to give it character to the face. And then we can start on the teeth. It's pretty simple, just like the ribs. You're going to take some paper, roll it up, and stick it on. Now you'll probably have to wait till this dries, unless you're pretty good at sculpting, to keep going, but I'm just making the tooth now. You want to make them bigger or more scarier. So I'm going to put more paper on it, just kind of make them a little bit stronger after they dry. So here's my teeth, my big teeth. And then to make some little tiny sharp teeth, we're just going to take paper, just kind of roll it up. This is just going to kind of give your spider a little bit of a... And with the little teeth, you can cover it with a piece of paper. Just kind of keep those in place, make it a little smoother. Okay, so this is kind of the base of the face. Like I said, I'll probably make the teeth a little bit better. Once it dries, just add a little bit more. And now that that's all nice and done, we'll put this to the side on the bottom of the head, by the way. Make sure you have a hole, obviously to pop the balloon, but you're also going to have to put your hand in there to put your lights in. So heads up on that. So we're going to just let this dry there, and then you're going to take your body, and it's easier to just get this done now. The head can wait, because like I said, we have lights we have to do. You can also wait till these are completely dry if you feel like you want to, but I'm going to do it now, just make my life easier. I have bowls underneath to hold them. And it's pretty simple to connect them. I'm just gonna put them together like so. And you're gonna get a strip of paper and you're just going to put them in there all around. And when it dries, I would do it one more time just to give it the extra strength, but not that hard. Like that. And go all the way around. If you feel like you need a little bit, you can always take some paper and just kind of crinkle it and put it around like that, just to give it a little bit of strength. And then once you're done, you're going to let that sit overnight. Alrighty guys, so now that we got the paper machete spider all done, we're going to leave it to dry overnight. If you're doing this early in the morning, you might be okay to let it dry throughout the day, and then the evening you should be okay, but I'm doing this at night. While it's drying, you guys can start doing the legs, because you're going to have to put the PVC pipes to the elbows and everything like that, and use the PVC pipe glue. And it's probably best just to let that sit overnight, make sure it's nice and dry. As you can see here, this piece is going to be for the base of the spider to hold everything. So I've marked it, and it's pretty much just going to be a nice box like so, and then you're going to have your 3 legs on both sides, and then your 2 front legs or arms, whatever you want to call it, on front. So it's going to be basically like this. So in order to do this, we got to cut it. Now I already did all the math and everything. This piece here is 2 feet long. So you are going to want to cut every 6 inches. So 6, 12, and 18. That'll give you 1, 2, 3, 4 pieces. That's going to create the box. And then for here, we are actually going to be putting these T's, and those are going to be holding the legs. So we want to cut into it because we want to connect it. So you're going to want to cut every 1.5 inches. So that'd be 1.5. That would be 3 inches, and then this one would be 5.5 inches. So if that helps you out here on marking your stuff, because we're going to want to try to get it as even as possible. So we will be cutting this, getting these all together, and then these pieces are going to be connecting, and you'll see it as we start building it, but just remember this little part. So we also can start cutting this beautiful guy into the length we need, 2 feet each, to cover the arms. So we can do that after we glue everything, and that way everything's ready for tomorrow. When you are going to glue your PVC pipe, you are going to want to only glue 1 leg to your elbow. I'm going to glue it here and leave it like this. That is because if you are wanting to store the spider, it'll be a lot easier if you can take part of the leg off. Just pop that off and then store the legs next to the spider, and then pop these guys off the T. And that way your legs aren't going to be getting away. You can kind of lay them against the spider. So let's start gluing these. I already went through and put them on. So grab my glue, shake it up pretty good, and then we're going to open it if I have the strength to. I'm going to go get some pliers to open this. Alrighty guys, so got this open finally. Had to have my husband open it with some pliers. But now we are going to be gluing the legs. Remember that you're just going to want to glue the elbow to one of the poles. That way when you're storing your spider, you're not going to have these like huge legs in the way. You can store them like this next to your spider. Pretty easy. Take your glue, take off the excess. Make sure you have something underneath in case you drip it. This stuff will stain and stick to your carpet because it is glue. But you're just going to put it around. Look, it's black like Halloween. Nice and simple. Get your elbow and push it on. Nice and good. You don't have to worry if it drips a little down there, it's fine. And you're going to do that with all 6 legs. After that, like I said, leave them overnight. Just make sure they are 100% dry. And the next day you can start working on the foam to make it look like a skeleton. Okay guys, pretty simple. All our 6 legs are glued down. So we'll wait till tomorrow and finally get this project finished. Now that we got all our PVC pipe glued to the elbows and T's and all that, we are going to cut these guys. These guys are going to go over PVC pipe for the legs, and we're going to melt them down with our heat gun, and we're going to make it look like a skeleton. So you're going to want to cut these out. It's pretty simple. You're just going to take one of your PVC pipes that didn't need anything glued to it. You're going to put it up here, measure it to down here, and then you're just going to put your hand a little bit underneath the measurement and take your scissors and carefully, so you don't cut yourself, cut it off. These are 6 feet long, and you're going to get 3 pieces out of them. And they're going to make 1.5 leg each, so you're going to need 4 of them. And you can get these at Home Depot at a very good price. So I'm going to finish cutting up all the rest of it, and then I'll be back. Alrighty guys, so here's the PVC pipe that I showed you guys where the mark and everything. It's been all cut up. It's not even. I'm not really good at using electric saw. If you have a PVC pipe cutter, that would probably be better. You'd probably be able to get it nice and even, but it still works. Alright, all these little pieces still work together. It's not a big deal. The spider legs don't have to be perfectly across from each other. So that'll work. And then we have all our pieces here. We're going to build the base, but do not glue your pieces together until you have it where you want it to be. So go ahead and build it, put the legs on there, adjust it to where you want your legs. Then one by one piece, take it apart, glue it, make sure it's all adjusted before that glue hardens, because once it hardens, it'll be extremely hard to take it apart, probably not even be able to, and you're going to have to redo the whole thing. So just make sure you do that. I'm going to build it and show you guys what it kind of looks like. So I'll just fast forward through it so you guys can kind of just watch me do it. Okay guys, so here it is. It's pretty much how it looks. You're going to have to adjust these, like I said, the way you want it. So when your legs are all nice and dry tomorrow, then you can stick them on and adjust it the way you want. So yeah, pretty simple and easy. Let the legs are dry. I put them on the base and just kind of put the legs the way I wanted them to be. As you can see, I'm going to lift the base up to the height I want it to be. And then I'm going to have my husband mark a black line with a permanent marker on the T-fitting and the PVC pipe, just so when I put it back down, I take the legs off, I can realign it to where I want the base's leg joints to be at. This way I can glue it and not have to worry about it being all funky later on because I'm trying to judge from it. So we're going to do that. And I'm going to have you guys watch just so you can see it. Okay guys, this is how high I want my spider to be off the ground. So now, oops, that's okay. You can easily pop that back on. Alrighty, so now I'm going to have my husband mark it. Alrighty guys, so now we have it all marked. You can put it down and you can take your legs off if you want. And then we'll glue this all together. Alrighty guys, now that everything's been glued down, we are going to make our skeleton spider legs. So all you're going to need is one of these poles with the elbow. And like this one's just the bottom piece, but we need this so we can do this a little bit better. You're just going to slide it on. Take your heat gun, and for the bottom leg, you're going to make a point, but just remember that these have little seams in there, and you're going to make the back of the leg where the seam is because it'll split open. It'll look a little bit better if you don't have the seam. So you're going to start here, turn on your heat gun. You're going to sit there for a few seconds going up and down, and then a couple times sideways. Spin it with your other hand. Go like that. It's pretty simple. Just like that. Just simple. Then this is going to be the bottom leg, so you're going to actually point your heat gun where that seam is because you want a little bit of a point for the leg. Then you're going to come over here. And just keep going. You want about 3 dips in the leg. Pretty easy. It's about right here. And then come over here. And with this, put your hand down and point it towards the pole. Give it a few seconds. Point this down or up. And then you're going to spin it when it's a little pulled off, or you can touch it with your thumb. Go in and point it that way. And just make sure you go all the way around. And then that's the bottom leg. Pretty simple. Then we'll do the top part of the leg. And as you can see, the seam here. So we're going to do the top. Alrighty guys, sorry I had to cut. I'm going to take care of the little one really fast. But now we are going to do the bottom, or I mean the top part of the leg. This one's just a little bit different, so I'm going to show you. So you're going to get your heat gun, turn it on. I'm just going to heat it up. Right here, you're going to get a little bit closer with that dip at the end. You don't have to make a point because this is the top. And you're going to have all these dips a little bit closer, and I'll show you why in just a second. So now we're going to bring the gun, and we're just going to kind of smooth it out towards the end, and you're just going to kind of make it flat like the other one. Be careful guys, because this is really hot. I am just a little bit more used to the heat, so I don't mind touching it like right after I use it. Maybe it's because I used to work at Twister's cooking all the time. All my New Mexico and Colorado viewers, hopefully all of you will know who that is. But yeah, when you're done doing that, pretty much done right there. You're going to do the rest of your legs. And now we are just going to glue these pieces to our PVC pipe, and we're going to use the PVC pipe glue. So make sure you find your bottom piece. This is going to be the piece connected to the body. So this will be the top and this will be the bottom. And you are just going to open this up, put it all over and glue it on. I was thinking, you guys don't have to do a white skeleton spider if you don't want to. You can do a giant black one. All you have to do is just not put the ribs on the body. You can do a giant green one. It's all up to you what you want to do. But I just want to do a giant skeleton. I'm going to put black light on it as well, so it's going to be kind of cool. So you're just going to do like this. Go all around it. You don't need like a whole bunch, but just enough that you're gonna hold these in place. And this really smells. You don't have to do it all over it, just enough. Remember, make sure this seam is at the bottom. Make sure you have your little tip of the foot. That way right there. Push it on, adjust it to where you want it. Make sure it's touching the top. It doesn't matter if that piece is going to show because it will be either on your roof or in your ground or something. And yeah, and you're just going to do the same for the bottom. Let it sit, and we will go and take care of the body, put it on the base, add the lights in the head, add the head, and then we're going to spray paint, add pink balls, and waterproof it. Okay guys, so now we're going to be putting the base on the spider's body. We're outside, just it'll be a little easier because we're going to have to spray paint and everything. I did forget to tell you guys you need a hot glue gun for your tools, so here it is. What you guys are going to want to do is get your spider base, put it on top of your spider's body, get it where you want it to be. And then you're going to just glue just a little bit underneath to kind of hold it still. We're going to screw in the front legs, or arms if you want to call them. Then we'll hot glue the rest of the base on, and then we'll go in and put a little hot glue on the screws inside. That'll kind of give it a just a stronger hold. And then we'll add the head. Okay guys, so my husband's going to be screwing this stuff for me because he's better at it. Right now he's just marking it, and he's putting pre-holes in the base and the legs. So you guys can see we have the legs kind of in an angle, just so they're sticking out more. And since they're like the front leg, arm things, whatever you guys want to call it, I know there's a word, they're not going to have to be that long. And if you just screw, make an A shape, as you can see, it's just a little bit stronger that way. Okay, so then we're going to attach it to the body. Alrighty guys, so now we're going to do the head. I already did it off camera. I just poked some holes in it and stuck the eyes and put some hot glue around them. And then I just hot glued the battery pack to the bottom where you can't see it. But there you're going to be able to reach it, turn it on, see your spooky eyes. Alrighty guys, as you can see our nice giant spider here. Now we are going to connect the head to the base. We're going to use hot glue. Don't worry about the holes. We're going to cover those up in just a little bit. If you guys feel like you would prefer to use paper mache, you are more than welcome to. It's just going to take a while to dry. But hot glue dries pretty quick. So it's pretty simple. Just do a couple spots at a time. Push it in. Make sure you have it the way you want it. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's a Halloween decoration. So some mistakes or not perfectly straight bodies are kind of funny. She sees a squirrel, so she's going crazy right now. But yeah, so once that starts to dry, you're just going to go all the way around the head and glue it on. I'm going to pause the video so I can get this finished, and then I will show you guys how to cover the holes. Okay guys, so we got the holes on the side and back covered up. The head's now been glued on. It's looking pretty good. I put tape around the eyeballs just so we don't get spray paint on the light bulbs. And we are going to spray paint this guy, let it sit, and then waterproof it, and it'll be done. Oh, and we got to add the ping pong balls. Then we'll be done. So let me back up here and we'll get going. Okay guys, so here is our spider. It's all nice and spray painted. I really liked how the legs looked. It kind of gave it a little creepy look. You guys can spray paint it more white if you like. Right now I am going to just do a base coat, the step 1 base coat for my waterproofing. There are so many different waterproof sprays out there and stuff. This one, like I said in the beginning, was at the Dollar Tree and it worked amazing, and I had an extra one, so I thought I'd use it for this. So this one has steps to it. So yeah, I'm just gonna start doing that now. Alrighty guys, so now we're gonna let our giant spider sit for a while to dry. It says for about 30 minutes. And then we will be done. Look at that spider. No, it's not the beautifulest thing in town, but she's a dead skeleton spider, so why would she be beautiful? Get those eyes, and then I will show you guys what she looks like at night up on my roof. Alrighty guys, here's our giant spider that we just made up on my roof, all spooky with the cobwebs and everything, lights on. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure you give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and I will see you next week.